Hey everyone, I hope you all having a fantastic day. I want to show you guys my small but pretty cool collection of Ulster knives from the Ulster Knife Company. And here's one. They were well known for their scout knives, Boy Scout knives, BSA. There's one. This one's all in the little tube here. I don't know if you can see that, if it's focusing in. And this is an old BSA. And there you can see it says be prepared. And then a couple of vintage Barlows. This one's natural bone. And this one's what they called bonite, which is a plastic. And we're kind of in the shade. I don't know if you can see, it's a beautiful burgundy. And they call it bonite, but it's probably Delrin from DuPont, which was invented in, we got notes too, which was invented in 1961. So this one's significantly older than this one. But here, let's run over some notes really quick. Ulster Knife Company, let's put these out here where you can see them. Ulster Knife Company was actually founded in the 1870s by a couple immigrants from Sheffield, England. It was called the Cooperative Knife Company. See that up there? However, that didn't work out, so the banker, who probably gave him the loan, purchased it, and he called it Ulster because the factory was in Ulster County of Ellenville, New York. And I guess we could just go like this here as I read some of it. And they produced a variety of folding pocket knives, Boy Scout knives, Scoutmaster, did some knives for World War II. And the stamp, the serif stamp, indicates it's pre-41 on most of the models. And you'll also see down here, it was acquired by this dude in 1941, and he merged it into the Imperial Knife Association Company, which was pretty much Imperial and Schrade. So Ulster was kind of the, I think it says it here somewhere, was kind of the mid-grade. You had Imperial was the economy model, Ulster was the mid-grade, and Schrade was the prominent high brand, high-grade brand. Not doing a very good job of narrating, but you'll see here too, towards the end, in 1958, Schrade Walden, New York, had a fire, was burnt down, and they moved into the Ellenville facility, which was doing Ulster. And at this time, pre-1958, Imperial was still making their knives in Providence, Rhode Island. And then everything pretty much got centralized in Ellenville. I didn't know that. I thought Providence, Rhode Island was still making Imperial knives, up to modern day. But it looks here that everything, all the U.S. manufacturing was centralized in Ellenville. So they were building 3 different brands in Ellenville, New York. Imperial, Ulster, and Schrade. And up until the bankruptcy and closure in 2004. So another thing, let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, pre-Ulster stamp, they stamped the knives Devine and Son, who was the banker that took over for, it doesn't say who the Sheffield immigrants were, but he stamped his name on some of the knives, and some of them say Devine and Son. Those would be 1900 to 1925, and then Devine and Sons was 1923 to 1941. And I have a Devine and Sons Scout, Boy Scout, BSA. So this is from 1923. This ain't working out too good with the lighting. I don't know. It doesn't look like the lighting's good on my phone right now, but we'll find out. It's been sharpened out pretty much. You know what? I think if I put this down, it might focus in a little better. And it does. Made in America. And there's the shield again. And you could tell this is probably closer to the 1940s because of the can opener. It's a one piece, which was an upgrade from the two piece, but it still has the kind of the easy open notch in there. And it's snappy for an old Scout knife. Screwdriver, cap lifter, and over here you got the punch. And this looks like some beautiful Rogers bone. Should have probably did this in the sun. Some nice shiny brown jigged Rogers bone, and a nice punch there. So that's one of their early Scouts. And then if you move up to post 1961, this is a cool Scout knife here, guys, because it has the horizontal Phillips screwdriver and official knife, never been used, new old stock. And it's sold out of Illinois, but it's an Ulster knife. And it's Delrin, not bone. And here you go. The horizontal Phillips screwdriver. Much easier than the 90 degree. This one isn't as snappy as the old one. Got to kind of help everything down. Smaller punch. Screwdriver cap lifter. See that? But this one isn't sharpened out, and it has the official Boy Scouts Knife of America, or official knife of the Boy Scouts. And there's your Ulster stamp, Ulster USA. And this one too goes down softly. What else we got? We got the can opener. Of course, you got to have the can opener. So there's the Delrin. And let's see if we can show the badge here. Sweet. What else we got on the block? Let's do the Barlow. Let's do the newer Barlow first. And it has the Ulster, and I like this arrow here. Ulster Barlow. This one's snappy. Ulster USA. Needs a little cleanup here. And pen blade. Also with the stamped bolster. Really good build on these too, for what they considered the mid-grade. But you know, Imperial, even though they were the economy model, they built a quality knife as far as functionality, that's for sure. So there. Then the prize. This is the one I like a lot. This is a dirty brown saw cut bone, although it's pretty much pocket worn. I don't know if you can see the saw cut on there. There it is. Another saw cut. Wow, the wind's just picking up. All my notes are gone. And this one, you'll see there's not much difference. They kind of kept their model the same. Same type nail neck. Actually looks like this tip might have been broken off at one point. Substantially shorter. But it's going to be a nice carry model, that's for sure. Ulster Barlow. I don't know if this has the serif font. Can't really tell. I know it's pre-1960, that's for sure. I'm guessing probably 30s, 40s. It does have brass liners. So also got some other cool stuff here really quick. We'll put these out here so you can keep an eye on them. Something I learned today, kind of refreshing my notes on this company, is that actually Ulster introduced the first two old-timer knives back in 1960. And we can do that by checking this right here. Here's the Barlow from 1960 in the catalog. I'll leave a link to this PDF file. And it's Ulster Knife Company. And here's that Barlow that they call Bonite. It's the number 10. And handle genuine Bonite. Steel liners. It's actually brass, I think. No, these got steel liners. The brass is on with the bone. So that's kind of an imperial thing there. And, you know, they all merged and they were all in the same factory, so they were probably using a lot of the imperial type methods, which would be steel liners. But here, let's go. If I go down, yeah, I'll leave a link for if you guys like looking at catalogs. I love it. Right here. These are the first two models of the old timer. It's the 50T or 50OT. Yeah, this one's the 50OT, a little jack, 50OT, and the other one is the 58OT. And this was sold right out of the Ulster catalog, old timer. And here's a cool counter display. And here is what a dozen Barlows cost. $2 back in 1960. Weight per dozen, 2 pounds. $2 per dozen. And of course, hardware stores would probably buy those. Maybe Sears. I don't know if these were ever sold at Sears. Then one other thing here, I'll leave a link for this too as we close up, is when all the old timers were introduced. It has the year here. So in 1961, let's see, maybe if this will flip over. 61, you had the 2 OT come in. But you'll see the first ones were in 1960. They introduced a few more in 61. Let's see, where can we find the 50? So here's the 58 OT in 1960. Ulster old timer. I'm not sure. I guess if it says Ulster, those were the only ones that were introduced through the Ulster catalogs, and then they moved the brand over to Schrade. Yeah, Ulster. And the other ones don't say Schrade in front of them, but I believe those would be Schrade. But I'll leave a link for that, link to that in the description box too. So there you guys go, my friends. Some old history there. Some cool Barlows. Oh yeah, I didn't show you the tang stamp on this. This is Devine and Son, which means it's 1923 to 1941. It's sharpened out a lot, but if this had a full blade, I would have had to pay a heck of a lot more than what I paid for it. Got this for a really good deal. And just because I love that shield too. Take one more look at that shield for you. Be prepared. There we go. Some Boy Scout knives and some Barlows. Can't go wrong there. So I hope you guys have a awesome finish to your week. Until next time, my friends, take care. Peace. Bye-bye.